current justice system and to the head of judiciary in Nigeria. Okay? We want to remind you one thing. Today you are sitting in judgment, and we pray and hope that you judge right, that you deliver justice to the people. The House of Justice deliver justice to the common man. That is their hope of the hope of the common man. That's what we expect you to do. That is how you redeem yourself. If you're going to allow judges in Nigeria to convict people, to shut them down, to try them based on no law, Nnamdi Kanu has said repeatedly, show me the law. Nobody can show him the law that he violated. Not Omotosho himself, sitting on the bench and cannot show the law to the accused. Where does that happen? The prosecution cannot show the law to the accused. The Chief Justice of Nigeria cannot show the law to the accused. The head of the executive, Nnamdi, cannot show the law to the accused. Where is the law? You must be reminded that those judges that sat in judgment and incinerated 6 million Jews, they did not go free. Justice caught up with them. So if you are going to dispense injustice, at some point, you are going to face justice, and there will not be any escape. Be reminded.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. This channel's news center reporting today is KC. Here with me is Biafra evangelist, the only Biafra evangelist that speaks nothing but the truth. Let me have your reaction. What do you think will happen tomorrow? Tomorrow shall be a final day for Nnamdi Kanu. It's a judgment day that Justice James Omotosho will decide the fate of Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow. Maybe he will be sentenced to life imprisonment or 20 years imprisonment. But do you think that Justice Omotosho will have the courage to make that very pronouncement as tomorrow is concerned?
My beloved brother, let us be sincere and let us face the facts. Good morning, our esteemed viewers, irrespective of your time zone. Morning, afternoon, good evening, good night. I remember humble self, the Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to speak the truth. There is something that I don't like hearing. Omotosho can never decide the fate of Nnamdi Kanu because he doesn't have what it takes to decide it. And what we play tomorrow, I will tell you, there are 3 things that we play tomorrow. Number 1 thing that we play tomorrow, Omotosho to rescue himself from doom that is coming before him, that shall before him. Number 2, Nnamdi Kanu freedom. Number 3, that may fall out tomorrow, is Omotosho postponing it as usual, but saying sentencing in which, please, if you say you want to sentence somebody, you must have a foundation, you must have a fact, you must have basis. There must be a law that should back up your sentence. Are you going to use a law that does not exist? You just formulate it on which constitution? I am asking. It's not done. And I give God the glory that Omotosho, as it stands now, is somebody that, you know that about 44 Nigerian lawmakers wrote to him. Are you aware of that? Concerning Nnamdi Kanu freedom, he should be free. Do you know how many lawyers, both international, that are persecuting him for injustice? For him not to carry a law that does not exist and make the pronouncement upon a man that knows his rights. See, now I see why all these terrorists, Gumi and co, are terrorizing Nigeria and nothing has happened to them. Because there was no law that goes against them. So, and that law that does not go against, take a look at what happened yesterday in Kebbi. Take a look at what happened the other day in Kwara State. And if there is no law that permits those people to be persecuted, I don't think there should be a law that should sentence Nnamdi Kanu to even a second a second imprisonment.
All right, Barry Evangelist said three things was likely going to play out tomorrow. It is Justice Omotosho likely going to excuse himself from that particular
Yes.
case, but I can guarantee you that such would not happen. That Justice Omotosho already made up his mind that tomorrow will be a day that Nnamdi Kanu fate will be decided. I'm going to make that very pronouncement that people are anxiously waiting
on three
for.
ways. Omotosho to rescue himself. That is the fate that will decide tomorrow. Or Nnamdi Kanu being free. That is the fate that will decide tomorrow. Or normal thing, push it to another month or another year. But say you want to sentence, excuse me, under which law you want to judge Nnamdi Kanu?
Under which of the law did Nnamdi Kanu agree to open defense, and he likely said that all his lawyers should be sacked, that he's ready to defend himself. Under which law was he trying to say that he's ready to defend himself?
Now, when he said he wanted to defend himself, he wanted because it's under constitution. Now, his right to defend himself is constitutional. It's a written, anything that is written is constitutional.
But don't you think that was a big mistake from Nnamdi Kanu?
They did not make them, excuse me. Nnamdi Kanu said, you know, those lawyers, should I use the word, they are being scared of the oath that they took as lawyers in Nigeria, that makes them not to speak the truth, that makes them not to stand out on where the area they need to stand out. You see why Nnamdi Kanu, when he saw what happened, he said, I don't want you people again, because you people are not going it according to the way it should. And this repaired law, was it not Nnamdi Kanu that made it clear for everybody? Have you ever heard from their lawyers? So the lawyers saw the truth, they don't want to stand on it. That was why he said that they should sit down, that he want to defend himself, and which he stood up now to defend himself. And he made Omotosho and everybody, both international and locally, even the bed, the cockroach in our room in Nigeria today, everybody have now know that there's such law which they accuse Nnamdi Kanu. They say terrorists. The word terrorist, and even that they use another way, say different, but they say terrorists. Terrorism charge is not a criminal case in Nigeria. Remember that his rendition was against human rights, was against even Nigerian constitution, because kidnapping is against the law.
So, okay, let me ask the question. Peradventure tomorrow that Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced to life imprisonment,
there is no
or 20 years
you always
imprisonment.
go, and whenever
what will be your reaction?
Excuse me, nothing will happen tomorrow rather than what I have told you. Forget your peradventure. For that, those words is grammar. It no go happen. That's the grammar that we hear. You understand me? It no go happen. I have told you the three things that we play tomorrow. Take it or you leave it.
Want evangelists want to be happy if this case is as speedy as what happened in Finland. The Finland government and the Finland judiciary passed the trial of Mazi Simon Ekpa over there and sentenced him to 6 years, just 6 years imprisonment.
Point of correction, in case you don't know, currently as it stands now, the appeal court have opened for Mazi Simon Ekpa case. In case you don't know, go and do your findings now. Go now, appeal court, he have appeal court is open now for him to come and
yes, it is obvious that that should happen. But my question is, the Finland government speeded their judgment, the trial, and sentenced him to 6 years imprisonment.
But the Mazi Simon Ekpa case, the level he reach, you cannot use it to compare the lion himself. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is of different cases.
But my question is, if that should happen tomorrow, what will be your reaction and other people's reaction?
Don't tell me if that should. It will not happen. I have told you the three things that will happen. Wait till tomorrow. I will come, then you will now see whether I'm a prophet or not. I'm not a prophet. Ayodele. Yes, the fake prophets, I can never be part of it.
Justice Omotosho said that he's not going to rescue himself from this particular case, that this case will be decided tomorrow, and then pronouncement will also be made tomorrow.
He will pronounce. What if he's going to make any pronouncement? Then beside him not rescuing himself, definitely he will pronounce postponement or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted again.
Under which law would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be discharged
Under
and
Nigerian
acquitted?
constitution, under
But
which law
Nigeria...
excuse me, under which law did Nigeria acquit and discharge him before? Under which law? And under which law is Omotosho going to stand to sentence him? Under which law? I'm asking you now. Under which law?
The Nigerian government said he has a case to answer.
He has a case, and they have do all their search, and they did not have any evidence against him. And you are telling me you have a case to answer. Which case again?
And if he refused to answer the case, it's assumed that is...
Okay, mention the case.
Now, Nigerian government...
Terrorism.
Hold on, sir.
Okay.
Nigerian government say he has a case to answer.
Okay.
And he
number
said
one,
he do not have a case to answer.
What is the number one case that he has to answer?
The terrorism case.
Terrorism case. Good. That's all.
And he said he has no case to answer.
Wait now.
Hold on. Before I go to number two.
Okay.
Now,
number one is terrorism. And I want to answer you now. Based on that. Tell me where it is written in Nigerian constitution or any law that hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on terrorism that he should be, sentenced or tried. Not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, terrorists in Nigeria.
Okay, was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not aware of this very trial or this very case before he accepted to open defense?
He did not open a defense.
He accepted to open
Point
defense.
of correction, he did not accept any defense.
Okay, how come they now said
the
that?
Lawyers, excuse
How
me.
come, wait,
the lawyers
the evangelist
did
Mazi
the
Nnamdi
wrong
Kanu.
thing. That is why he decided to correct them. That you people are taking a step that is not mine. And the case you are talking about is my case. So allow me to speak for myself. Since you people cannot speak, as a result of the oath that they took in Nigeria as lawyer, what are you telling me?
I'm trying to accuse the legal counsel of Mazi
I am
Nnamdi
telling
Kanu.
you, I'm trying to avoid Omotosho. All of them are the same bed of feather. They took an oath. Are you talking to me? Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't know. Go to Ebonyi State as I speak to you. Chief Judge Barrister Ngene, the Chief Judge of Ebonyi State, Ngene, we sit down together now, family, to do family meeting whenever we have family, which by the grace of God, if I have the opportunity to travel this year, we used to do it twice in a year. What are you telling me? So you are not telling me what I am far from. Which my dad is the one that supported his education. I'm not telling you something that is far from me. That's why I mentioned his name. Google it. So what are you telling me? You cannot use a law that does not exist to pass judgment on anybody. The reason why Omotosho have been doing this to others is because, in Nigeria here, we don't know our rights. To be frankly speaking, we don't know our rights. There are so many things Nigerian police and co that are carrying out that is illegal. But since we don't know our rights, we don't know how to stand against them.
It's obvious tomorrow they're going to be a very tight security.
Have you ever asked why they are scared of somebody like Omotosho, Showore? Because every step that they take, Omoyere Showore knows his right, and he knows the constitutional right where it plays against them. That's why they are afraid of him.
All right,
because now you don't know. Now you don't know they are cheating on us. Glory be to God. This case now have exposed Nigeria. You know, and exposed Nigerian law, Nigerian judiciary, Nigerian court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu filed a case to Supreme Court. You saw the drama. When he entered the office, CJN was shaking because you know that the lion is coming.
Hallelujah.
You know that this man that is coming here is not somebody who can just push in anyhow.
All right, now that you mentioned
no, not allow me to
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went
it's
to
you
the
that
court of
invited
appeal
me.
to Supreme Court, do you think if Nnamdi Kanu is not jittery, we wouldn't have run to Supreme Court to file another case?
Nnamdi Kanu can never.
And the Supreme Court is yet to sit. If the Supreme Court have not sit and listened to that very case that you went to file, definitely tomorrow there will be a judgment, and there will be a very tight security tomorrow in the court. And I can guarantee you that that pronouncement shall be made tomorrow. That Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced to life imprisonment or 20 years imprisonment.
Then if
And
they
you
did not
can't argue that
sentence him,
fact.
you will not sentence him. No, if they did not sentence him tomorrow, are you the one that is going to sentence him? You will come and sentence him, Abi.
Now let me ask you this.
You don't need to ask me. Let's finish the one you asked. Stop jumping. Stop jumping.
And I'm saying that is G3. If it's not
Stop.
G3, it wouldn't have run to
Hold on.
Court of Appeal and
Point
Supreme
of
Court.
correction.
And unfortunately,
No, hold on. Let us settle it one after the other. You said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was G3. That is why he ran to Supreme Court.
Yes.
What do you understand by the word G3? Somebody that is afraid. Listen to me. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu bonya na chakasera anya.
yes, so.
See, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a person you threaten. He has faced men. When you talk about people that rule this world, the late Queen of England, even in her grave, she knows that a man from Nigeria, Biafra to be precise, talk to her in the way no president has ever done that before she died. In her grave. Do you understand? As I speak to you, Mazen Nnamdi is not afraid of what he did, what he saw that very day was the right step, because he have already promised that he's going to use Nigerian law to defeat Nigeria here in Nigeria. So he followed the procedures of law.
All right,
He followed the procedures of the Constitution to remind Kekere Eku, which is the CJN, the Supreme Court Judge, Chief Judge, are you getting it? To know that if anything go contrary to Nigerian law, based on this trigger they are triggering Omotosho to carry out, if it should release the trigger, you understand, that is coming tomorrow. If it release the trigger, it will affect the entire nation. It will affect the entire nation because the Supreme Court is the highest court in Nigeria. Is that not so? I'm asking you. I said, let us treat this matter one after the other. It will scatter everything about Nigerian constitution.
What will scatter everything about Nigerian constitution?
If any judgment tomorrow
against Mazen
Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow shows, if he goes against it, it shows that both the Supreme Court, in fact, Nigerian constitution is nothing.
So what will happen?
That is what it so. And definitely, the next step that will take place, you never hear say judge they go, sir. You know, no say judge they go prison. I have said something before now. I have said something some months ago, before now, either last year or this year early. I said something. Do you know what I said? I said there will be a time, even when Bola Ahmed Tinubu refused to endorse his signature for Biafra to go, there will be an external forces that will come for that. I said it, many of them, if they will tell you, I said it before today. Do you understand? When, see the stage that the thing is going now, they have taken it to UN. Do you watch yesterday drama? To UN, they have taken this genocide,
having their public hearing tomorrow.
Officially now.
So tomorrow going to be a great day. Tomorrow is 20th November.
America have concluded their own. They have taken it to UN. Who are the people that is even fighting now? The Golta, the NATO chief. Do you know what he said? He said he was advising Donald Trump. You don't need to use military action against Nigeria. Just make the pronouncement, Biafra to go. Simple for peace to reign. And as at yesterday in UN, the discourse is that either referendum, since there will be no military DC, you don't want to, they are advising you for military DC, use either referendum or the pronouncement. And there is no way they will use referendum in this country that we are not ready. Over 100 million Biafrans are ready to go.
All right, Biafra evangelists, I think by tomorrow, one of our correspondents will be in the court live. That we are going to give a feelings of what is going on in the court. So I will be here tomorrow again. And at the end of the day, we'll see. Then tomorrow, I will now see what will happen. Who is going to be the winner? Maybe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or the federal government of Nigeria via Justice Omotosho tomorrow. Because I can guarantee you that Justice Omotosho will make that very pronouncement that Justice Binta Anyako refused to pronounce. The person that is capable and courageous enough to make that pronouncement is Justice James Omotosho. And tomorrow, you go to make that very pronouncement. So it's a very wonderful place to live it. Thank you for speaking with us. This CNC News. Reporting here is Casey.